Hello everybody on MrJay's channel. Guys, I welcome you all once again. If you're new here, if you're new subscriber, you are welcome. And the old subscribers, bro, thanks so much for always being part of MrJay. Guys, it's been a long time I upload a video. The reason is, it's kind of complicated. I'm going to try to you saw a video I did about me trying to stop quitting YouTube because there was a whole lot of stuff going on. But today I don't want to waste my time. We are going to design a very simple fashion graduation ceremony invitation card. Okay, fashion invitation card, a very simple like that. So without wasting my time, the talking is too much, let's jump right into it. A very simple one. Okay, now I am using Photoshop 2024. I am being stubborn. The machine I'm using is not too high, but because there are a lot of features in Photoshop 2024, that is why I'm using. Okay, so we'll go to new file, and this is where new document. So it's like you trying to create a document for your design, especially if you are using Microsoft Word. If you want to create a new space or a new page in Photoshop, you click here. You're going to click this new file right here, and it's going to give you the interface. Or you go to file, you click new, and it's going to give you the interface. Or you hold Control key on your keyboard and you press N, the letter key N on your keyboard, and this is going to appear. So Photoshop, you have either two or more different way to create something. All right, so now today what I'm going to teach you is as we had told you, we are designing invitation. So I'm going to create the size of the invitation that we designing. Okay, so I am giving you how much? Let me say 6 by 4. Okay, let's make it like that, 6 by 4, and then let me make the resolution 300. Okay, whenever you are designing a small if you are making a small design, let's say if the size of the design is very small, you have to increase the resolution. Okay, I'm going to make a video and then explain the resolution very well. Okay, but today we are focusing on the invitation. So once this is done, I'm going to change the background content to white. Okay, to white. Okay, then I'm going to click create and wait for a while, and this is what I'm going to get. Now in Photoshop, sometimes the software can automatically close. So whenever you are designing, make sure you have saved the work before you start. Make sure you save the work before you start. So I'm going to save the work. I'm going to save the work on my document. I'm going to save it here. Invitation card. The software is kind of a little bit slow. All right, it's a little bit slow, but we are going to maintain it. Now I'm going to show you my resources. So let me show you, these are my resources for the design. Okay, these are the resources that I'm going to use for the design. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to bring in this abstract, that is a pattern background. I'm going to leave whatever that I'm going to use here, whatever that I'm going to use, I'm going to leave that in the description below. I'm going to leave a link in the description below for each and everybody who wants to try something like this. Okay, so I'm going to tap. So there's my background. Now I'm going to bring in my background right here. So if you want to, somebody is asking how did I bring the background to the document. It's very simple. Okay, you just hold your mouse, click and hold and drag. Once you click, you hold and you drag. Don't leave it. Okay, when you drag it like this, you place it on top of here. Don't still hold your mouse button and drag. Okay, when you come here, this is the background, this is the pattern background. When you click and drag, hold it, don't leave the mouse button, and then drag to the page like this. Very simple. All right, so now I'm going to make sure it fits the whole background. So just scale it like that, scale it like that. Now after you scale it, what you're going to do is I'm going to decrease the opacity. So I'm going to make it like a watermark, okay, in the background, and then in Photoshop, that is what I'm going to do. So if you want to do something like this, what you have to do, you see, we have a fill here. This is fill, it's 100%. I'm going to decrease the size to, make it in a way you want it. You can make it as low as 4%, something like that. Okay, so you can make it 10 depending on how you like it. Okay, so now this is what I like, so I'm going to leave it like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, because I don't want any distraction, so I'm going to lock it like that. Okay, now after I lock it, now what else do I need to bring? I need to bring in my resources, some of the resources. So but let's do something. I'm going for my shape tool right here. Okay, if you want to, there's this small arrow right there. You just click on it, click and hold, and then you see a few shapes tool in here. I'm going for this one. Then I'm going to draw from here to here. So after you've done this, let me increase the size a bit like that, and then I press OK. Now I'm going to change the color to want to change the color. So you see this small box right here, it's called thumbnail in Photoshop. I'm going to click on it, and now I'm going to get the colors, the color picker. Okay, now I'm going to change it to something like this. You know, this is the code of the color. So the best thing to do whenever you are watching the video, you can just pick up the colors. All right. I'll make sure I leave the colors link, the colors in the description, and then you pick it up for yourself. All right. So now, after I'm done this, I will go for, I'm going to write. I will go for my pen, my text tool. This is my type tool. All right. So what I'm going to type, I'm going to type graduation ceremony. Graduation ceremony. So right here, I'm going to leave it right here. Now I have to bring my ruler. I need to, because I want everything to be in alignment. So let me try if I can get my ruler. Where is my ruler? Okay. Hey, I can't see my ruler, bro. Okay, so this is my ruler, 50%. Okay. Okay, so it's in alignment. Very cute. Now I'm going to change the color to, so if I want to change the color, I just click right here and then pick up. You see there is a picker tool shaking. Look at the mouse pointer. You see, the more, once this color picker appear, this is the color picker. Okay, the color picker pop up. You just click right here and then you get your color. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring another shape, which is right here. So I'll go for the rectangular shape, and then I'm going to draw a shape like this right here, and then I'm going to change there's this feature right here. Okay, I want the edges, I want to curve the edges, and this is where I can do it. It's called properties. All right, so I'm going to curve the edges like that. I think it's too much, so here we go. Something like this is okay. Now I'm going to create some I'm going to create some little shape right here. So I'll go for my convert point tool. Bro, it seems that the video is becoming too long. I didn't want it to be too long. So I will click. So after, I'll go for my convert point tool, and I'm going to create a point here. Okay, after creating a point, I'll create another one. Just right click on the line and then you add anchor point. Then I'm going to click on in the middle one and drag it with my arrow down, the arrow key, the down arrow key, like that. So this is how it's going to be like. Just something simple like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the color of these. So I'll go to my layers. This is layers, and I'm going to click this effect right here. Now I will click on gradient overlay. Once I click on gradient overlay, you see the I'm going to drag this arrow right here. Just click it. I'll drag it down. Just click it, and then the colors will appear one by one. I'm going to use this color right here, oranges. So I'm going to tap on the orange, and now I don't like the colors within. So this is angle. Look at the mouse pointer. This is angle. So you rotate it this way, and this is what you're going to get. Okay, now click on the color shape right here. Just click on it like this, and the colors will appear, and then you change the colors that you want. So this is the color it seems I want it. So it seems that I'm not getting the color that I want. I'm not getting it. Okay, so all right, so this is okay for me. This is okay for me. All right, so this is okay for me. Now I'll bring it down here, and then I'm going to write. I'm going to drag. I'm going to draw another shape. You know, if you want your work to be very neat and simple, you have to use shapes for your design. Okay, now I'm going to curve the edges like that. Okay, so I'm going to use the same color right here. In Photoshop you can copy effect. Okay, so this is effect, this effect right here, the color. I'm going to right click, copy layer style. Now I'll click on here, and then right click, paste layer style. You see that? That's so cute. So this is how it's going to be like. Now I'm going to duplicate. So you just hold your control key and then press J, letter J on your keyboard. Then you duplicate. So this one will come right here. Something like that. So after this, what you're going to do, I'm going to bring in my resources. So open. Now I'm going to bring my resources, the first one. So I'm going to remove the background. Okay, I'm using Photoshop 2024. So to remove a background is very simple. All right, first of all, before you I'll go to edit and then click this arrow right here and select preferences, and then you go to image processing. Okay, when you come here, the default settings is on device. Select cloud detail and then remove faster. Okay, so selection processing faster. Okay, then you press OK, then you click on remove right here. If you are using this same app, if you are using the same Photoshop, this feature right here, you're going to see it on your screen. So it's very simple. Okay, so I've removed the background. So I'm going to drag it inside my design right here, and then I'm going to decrease the size like this and place it right here, and I'm going to rotate it a bit like that. Something like this, and I'll place it here. Now go for another one. I'll close this one because I don't need it anymore. I'm going to open, file, open, and I'll come for this one, the ladies wear. And now I've already do the settings, like as I told you, when you go to file, edit, preferences, and then you select. I've already done the settings, so there's no need to go back and do it again. So what you have to do is just click on remove background, and then you leave it for some few seconds, and then the Photoshop will do the job for you. There's no need for you to remove the background yourself. Wow, very beautiful. So I'm going to bring it inside my design, and I'm going to decrease the size like that, and I'm going to drag it behind, and I'm going to rotate it no, it should be in front, right? It should be in front. Then I'm going to rotate it. So the men's own, just rotate it in a way you want it. Like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write I'll go for my type tool, and I'm going to write some of the details Okay, so because the machine is not high, you can see the design is kind of a slow. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the work and then close it and open Photoshop 2020. Okay, so I'm closing this one and then I'm going to open Photoshop 2020. Photoshop 2020 right here. Okay, this is it. So I'll leave it for a while to open. I feel like using Photoshop 2020. 2024, but it's slow. It slows the work. Because these are types of softwares. Before you use them, you have to make sure you have the machine that you are using have a high specs. Let's say you have a high RAM, you have a high HDD, hard disk drive. If you have all these things and your machine is, let's say you have i5 machine or i7, i9, you have to use, before you use this types of softwares, you have to make sure your design, your machine is a little bit higher. Because I am using i3, and now the i3, the machines, the spec doesn't goes well. So I'm going to open the design right here. So I'll go and I'm going to open the design. So this is the invitation. I'm going to open it, keep the layers. So this one, now this one, you see, can you see that this one is, you can see there is difference. So I'm going to write the information here, the person who is doing the graduation. All right, so I'm going to write the name of the person right here, and I'm going to change the color. Seems the video is becoming too long, and I don't want that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the name of the person. So okay, so I'm writing the name of the person. Let me change the font. So if you want to change the font, you see, this is a character. I'm going to do a video and I'm going to teach you about all these things. Okay, so don't be panic. Abena Prissy. So I'm going to change the font to a font that I downloaded. I'll make sure I leave the font name in the description, so don't worry. Not to worry at all. Okay, so right here, now I'm going to write wishes to invite invite. So that one, you're going to leave it right here. Let me increase the size of these. Right here. So just take your time and arrange it like this, and so I'm going to change the color like that. So I'm going to write Mr. comma Mr. Mrs. Pass and Reverend. All right. So this is what I'm going to decrease the size like that. Okay, so it seems the size is too big. All right, but we are going to maintain it like that. I'm going to bring in my info, some of the resources. So which one should I go first? What happened? So assuming if you open, you could not complete your request because of a program error. Okay, if I see something like that, let me open a different one and see if it's going to be the same thing. It's not the same thing. Okay, so meaning there's something wrong with the picture. So the best thing to do is right click and go to open with. Look for your pen, your paint. This is my paint, and now go to file, save as, and choose JPEG, and then rename it dress, and then you just click save. So after you click save and then you close it, then let's open it again. Simple, you get it. So very simple like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to close, remove the background like that, and then I'll bring it here. I'm going to decrease the size like that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in some of my details. Okay, so let me use, there was this font I downloaded recently. let me use that font and see how it's going to give out. Okay, so this is the font I downloaded recently, and let's see how it will make the design look. Okay, so now I'm going to change this font right here to script font. So I'm going to select any script font. Script font. So I'm looking for any very simple and nice. I don't really have a lot of script font, so forgive me if I don't get. Okay, so let me use this one. Seems the video is becoming too long, so change the font to something like this, and now I'm going to draw a line, a line where the person will write the name. So something like that. I just use a rectangle for the line. Okay, there's nothing extraordinary, just a line. And now I'm going to duplicate. Just hold the alternative key, the Alt key, and then drag, and then place it right here. So then the person who is inviting Mr. Mrs. Paz name will be here. To witness, right? To witness, and support her, So that one will be here. I'll change the color to black, something like that. Now I'm going to bring in some of my resources. So first of all, I'm going to bring in this one, which I downloaded. I'll leave the link in the description. Okay, I'm going to leave all of these. If you want to download them, then you download it. Okay, so I'm going to place this right here. The background, should I take it off? Adding the background, and then adding the background, removing the background. Which one do you prefer? Without a background, it seems the design look, somehow catchy. Let's bring another resources. So which one should we go for? Seems a resource. Okay. So the resource is so this one will come here, just drag it down, and then it should come with another one. Hey, Charlie, simple design like that. It seems like the video is becoming too long. Charlie, sorry about that, okay? Whoa, whoa, whoa. So this one will be here. So right here, okay? Now the only thing that is left is the dates. So just write a date there. So let me bring in a date, the date symbol. This and this one is the location. So and this one is the date. So I'm going to bring the date right here. And then I'll decrease the size and I'll place it right here. Now if I want to change the color of this, what you just go to your layers. In the layer, click here, FX, click on it, and then click on color overlay, and then click here, drag the color here to white, and then here you go, you have your color right there. Now let me write the date. Let's say 24th May 2025. So that's the date right there. So this is where I'm creating some shape, and then So I'm going to write the time. So at 10 a.m. like that here. So a.m. and then this is going to be the location, right? So this is going to be the location. Here you have already add color to this, the calendar shape right here. You have already. So the best thing to do is just copy the effect, right click, and then copy layer style, and then select this one, right click on it, and then paste layer style. Simple like that. So there's no need to go back and then change the color again. Okay. So this is going to be the venue. So it's going to be the venue. Adventist um, so this is going to be so this is going to be, and then you add the number to it. I'm looking for the Z shape we the designers normally use, and I'm trying to use it. So right here, Let me change the color to this. Just rotate it like this. Okay. So duplicate it like this, and now what you're gonna do is go for your convert point tool, click here, something like this. Okay, then you duplicate it, so right after you get this, you duplicate it, Ctrl J, then you drag it down here. And you click on it. Once you click, you see this features right here. Right click, flip horizontal. You see the difference? Then I'm going to write I am designing this for you to know how to use, just to get to know how you're going to design your Photoshop. I mean, what am I saying? Design, I'm doing this tutorial around 2:21 a.m. in Ghana at midnight. So forgive me, bro. Class 233. This number I'm using is a wrong number, so don't try to call it. Okay, so this is how you're gonna get. Let me decrease this. It's kind of a bigger. Okay, so that is going to be like this, a very simple design like this. Very simple. very simple. So guys, this is very simple work like that. Okay, so this is going to be the end of this tutorial. Very simple. All right, so guys, this is going to be the end of this tutorial. Sorry, the video is too long, but I'm so sorry. I'm going to see you on my next video. Whatever you don't understand, leave that in the comment section and I'm going to react to it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys. I'll see you next time, but let me tell you, stay liquid because Jesus loves you. Bye.